Hi everyone. So let's see how we can get energy that is stored inside an atom. So the energy that is obtained from an atom, or more specifically from a nucleus, is called nuclear energy. So this means that in the nucleus you have protons. Protons are positively charged, and because they are positively charged, they repel each other. This is why you see the arrows here. They repel each other. But at the same time, because the protons and the neutrons are so close to each other, there is an attractive force as well. So you have repulsion between positive charges, and then you have attraction between the protons and the neutrons. So there is a balance between the repulsion and the attraction. So an energy is spent in holding the nucleus together, and this energy is called the binding energy. So the binding energy is the energy that holds the nucleus together. Now, when you have a large nucleus, this means that you will require more binding energy to hold the nucleons together, the protons and the neutrons. For them to stay together in that one dense region, they will need more energy. So more binding energy is going to be required. This means that when you have large nuclei, they are going to be unstable, which means that they will want to break down. It's harder to keep the nucleus together, so it's easier for the nucleus to split. So if we just recap, binding energy holds the protons and the neutrons together in the nucleus. The larger the nucleus, so you'll have more protons, you'll have more neutrons, means that you will have higher binding energy, so you will need more energy to hold the protons and the neutrons together, which means that the large nucleus will be unstable and will have higher tendency to split. We call the splitting a decay. So large nucleus decay easily. Now in 1934, Enrico Fermi did an experiment. He bombarded uranium nuclei with neutrons. So let's try to write this. So in his experiment, he had uranium 235, and he bombarded it with a neutron. A neutron has relative mass of 1. So I'll just put 1 here. And when he bombarded it, he thought that he produced elements with lower atomic numbers. Eventually, they found that the results were elements of lower atomic numbers that include krypton and barium, including 3 additional neutrons. And in this process, as the nucleus is breaking down, it also gives energy, lots of energy. Now, as you can see, the reaction produces 3 additional neutrons, and these neutrons, they are going to trigger more reaction, more decay of uranium. So a chain reaction is going to occur. So we're going to have more and more energy that will keep on being produced. Now the process here, where you have the nucleus of uranium being split into smaller nuclei, these are smaller nuclei, is called nuclear fission. So you're breaking a nucleus, it's called nuclear fission, and in this process, a large amount of energy is liberated. So in nuclear fission, a neutron is fired like a bullet into the nuclei. If it's absorbed by the nucleus, the additional energy is introduced in the nucleus. It upsets the equilibrium and forces it to break down, to undergo fission. So as you can see, it's going to break. So you have the krypton and you have the barium atoms that are produced. Afterwards, you'll have the two small nuclei. So here we have the daughter nuclei. These are called the daughter nuclei. And these daughter nuclei that are produced, they are more stable because they require less binding energy in order to have all the particles staying in the nucleus. Now, the excess energy that is produced, this energy is in the form of what we call gamma rays or beta rays. So gamma rays, these are high energy rays, and these can pass through the cells and cause damage inside the cell. And when the DNA is damaged, this is what results in mutations. Now, you also have beta rays that are produced. Beta rays are electrons that are produced. And these electrons, they can cause ionization. What is ionization? Ionization is the formation of ions. And this causes damage to the DNA, resulting to mutations and also resulting in cancer. So the energy that is produced is dangerous.